As we go more into the narcissist's worldview, one theme keeps coming up. Gaining insight into the multifaceted aspects of individuals classified as narcissists reveals a mosaic of imperfections ingrained in their character. Their deep and irreversible focus on you lies at the heart of their intricacy. This mental emphasis frequently centers on false beliefs, emphasizing the warped perspective that narcissists have on the world. Watch this space for our next segment, as we explore this mysterious topic in more detail. Greetings to all of you again for our presentation. Today, as portrayed in the movie we're about to see, we take a tour of the recurrent thought patterns of narcissists, especially in the post-relationship era. This recurring idea has a profound impact on their distorted and fanciful worldview, which affects how they see you, how they interact with others, and how they comprehend emotions. It is the foundation of their mental terrain, and I am prepared to decipher its intricacies within the motion picture story. It's crucial to realize that narcissists behave and think extremely differently from the rest of us, as many of you may already be aware. They have a warped perception of reality as a result of their cognitive errors, which lead them astray. They frequently have trouble putting their ideas into words, and when they do, it comes across as ambiguous and unclear. Narcissists have a lot of self-delusions that originate from unhealthy aspects of their ego. They will do all in their power to conceal their flaws out of concern that doing so will make them easy pickings for attackers. Being frank and transparent about their emotions bothers narcissists because they think it will cause them to lose control. In relationships, most individuals want to be respected and understood, but narcissists treat others badly because they think they are better than those around them. Because of this mindset, individuals begin to view relationships as exchanges in which they assess what the other person can do to benefit them. Acknowledgement and validation are vital sources of power and control for narcissists, strengthening their sense of entitlement. The narcissist organizes people into groups according to the supply they provide, or how much value they believe the narcissist derives from them. Since they satisfy many of their requirements and serve as their primary sources of reinforcement, narcissists find great value in personalities who exhibit empathy, understanding, kindness, and patience. This steady stream of compliments and goodwill feeds the narcissist's manipulation abilities, enabling them to maintain their deceitful sense of power through unethical means. The foundation of narcissistic relationships is the notion that people dislike feeling weak. Narcissists shield themselves against manipulation and exploitation by keeping their true emotions hidden. Sincere emotional expression strengthens bonds of trust and intimacy in all types of relationships, including family, romantic, and friendship ones. Conversely, narcissists shy away from being genuine in order to shield themselves. They maintain the appearance of being resilient and strong in order to maintain the delusion that they are in control of other people. Vulnerability is viewed differently by narcissists, who regard it as a weakness that they could exploit by others. Similar to how they frequently take advantage of others, they fear that expressing their emotions will make them more susceptible to manipulation. To prevent appearing vulnerable or weak, they adopt a defensive posture and control their environment. This conduct stems from a distorted self-image brought on by a childhood ego injury. When discussing narcissism, it's common to discuss how narcissists develop from an early age. These individuals frequently struggle with accepting who they are, and when parents or other significant figures in their lives reject them, it can leave them feeling isolated. They develop a new identity or persona that satisfies social expectations in order to fill this emotional hole. This is how they manage to survive. This adaptation enables individuals to obtain the respect and recognition they desire by adhering to what they perceive to be societal norms. This adaptation may manifest as imitating the habits, interests, or dispositions of friends, romantic partners, or classmates in an effort to increase your likability and decrease your likelihood of rejection. This type of behavior demonstrates how much empathy, patience, understanding, and kindness are needed by the narcissist from others. To feel secure in their identity, narcissists adopt multiple personas, even if it means depending on validation from others. Yet it's still difficult to establish this consistency. Narcissists suffer from severe issues with self-perception, which are exacerbated by a pervasive dread of being transparent and vulnerable. They tread carefully, alternating between various facets of their personalities based on the circumstances and the individuals involved. This is a result of their persistent attachment issues, dysfunctional attachment patterns, and complicated personality disorders. When their worst fears come true, such as when they feel abandoned and alone, their behavior can become incredibly bizarre and startling. People who are initially perceived as gregarious and extroverted might suddenly change to irrational and antagonistic people, confusing their partners and making them doubt the veracity of their previous impression. Narcissists attempt to alter situations for their own gain because they are driven by a constant need to be in control and be admired, which is why they behave in such a bizarre manner. Narcissists may find that their never-ending battle is momentarily easier when they are around well-respected others who can empathize, be patient, and be nice. This pause, however, is brief. The narcissist eventually grows accustomed to the dynamics of the relationship since they believe their spouse will always be there for them and adore them. However, when they become bored, they search for something fresh, frequently by drastically altering their behavior or forming new friendships in order to maintain their charming and endearing persona. Narcissists believe they can avoid doing as much work to maintain a relationship once they are in it, especially if it is intended to stay. Because they believe their partner will always be in their social circle and hence justify manipulative tactics such as silent treatment, this notion exacerbates their attachment problems. This act accomplishes two goals. It conceals their true identity from others while also demonstrating their authority. Narcissists frequently cope with a lot of negative things because of the awful things that happened to them when they were children. They mistakenly believe that exposing their vulnerabilities will shatter their painstakingly constructed facade. They stop being themselves as a result and adopt other personas to conceal how frail they actually are. Unlike most people who stay true to themselves, narcissists are highly skilled at masking their wounds and triggers by fitting in with diverse groups of people and places. However, a huge psychological barrier prevents them from embracing and expressing who they truly are, which is why they have a propensity to shift shapes. They mistakenly believe that being in a relationship automatically makes the other person loyal, therefore they don't need to take any further action to deepen their bond. This is a vicious cycle of entitlement. Their inability to build strong relationships with other people is their biggest issue. Narcissists who harbor resentment and say harsh things behind closed doors frequently cause issues in their relationships. They struggle to form genuine relationships with friends, family, and lovers. Unfortunately, this sense of security in a relationship does not convert into honoring the other person's desires. Narcissists frequently don't consider or give a damn about what their partners need or desire when they're thinking about what they want. They regard them as means to an end. They are unable to establish enduring relationships because they are unable to connect authentically with themselves. Rather, their relationships are surface level and fleeting. Because they are founded more on an emotional need for control than on genuine emotional connection, these weak ties are faulty from the beginning. Narcissists don't give a damn about the needs of the other person in a relationship. They are only interested in taking care of themselves. They have no desire to develop or comprehend one another. Their inability to comprehend what meaningful exchange means in relationships and their preference for their own needs over those of others are the real causes of this unbalanced relationship, not their malice. Strong emotions are felt by narcissists, frequently stronger than by normal people. These feelings are not always good. However, because they are unable to manage these emotions and obtain the necessary support, they behave unhealthily, creating the appearance that they are in charge of several identities that are dictated by their ego and inner narratives. They rely heavily on other people to provide them with the emotional support they are unable to provide for themselves, because they are unable to manage their emotions in a healthy way. You become a vital source of power in their lives when this dependence manifests as a persistent need for the mental and physical support of those in their immediate vicinity. It can be quite draining to constantly be needed for emotional support because you are always expected to soothe and console them. Because they require validation and admiration from a wide range of people, including close friends, former partners, and anybody else they believe will provide it, narcissists have several relationships. They can't get enough comfort, so they search for it continuously, often from multiple sources. However, Providing this level of care continuously can be taxing, and it requires ongoing effort to ensure that people feel secure and at ease. Conversely, narcissists believe they are deserving of this kind of devotion because they lack the understanding of the depth of connection and reciprocity required in genuine relationships. Relationships with narcissists are inherently uncertain and unstable due to a fundamental lack of genuine emotional connection. Narcissists are adept at initially projecting the impression that they are a perfect match by demonstrating that they are everything their partner could ever desire or anticipate from them. However, their enthusiasm wanes as soon as they feel secure in the partnership. They search for fresh experiences and thrills elsewhere when the excitement of chasing wanes, which ultimately damages the relationship. Based on what they accomplish for them, narcissists organize the individuals in their lives. The primary source is a consistent supply of ego fuel that provides a constant flow of energy and approval. In contrast, the narcissist can obtain additional energy or ego boosts from secondary sources, such as friendships or transient relationships, in addition to their primary source of supply. Whatever the quality of the relationships, as long as they give the narcissist a sense of importance and recognition, that is what matters. A no-contact strategy works with narcissists because it deprives them of the ongoing emotional, psychological, and energetic support that they require from you. To avoid endangering their mental health, people who aid narcissists on a regular basis should cease. It's similar like preserving a priceless item inside of you. It is well known that narcissists sap other people's mental stamina, leaving them exhausted and depleted. If people don't create these boundaries, they face the risk of running out of emotional resources. Undoubtedly, the actions of a narcissist stem from their deep-seated conviction that they are deserving of unwavering attention and admiration. They think they are entitled to assistance and support at all times. This video's main message is how crucial it is to safeguard your inner resources, such as your kindness and sensitivity. Sharing these characteristics should be done with caution, since narcissists may manipulate them to achieve their own goals. Protecting your emotional assets will be made easier if you are aware of the narcissist's basic demands and their entitlement to your emotional energy. It's critical to acknowledge the value of your mental health and to protect it from those who would misuse it or show little concern for it. I appreciate you taking the time to view this. Please share your thoughts and anecdotes in the space provided below for us to read. If you enjoyed the film or thought it was informative or helpful, please subscribe to our channel, like, comment, and share. Your involvement enables us to assist and reach a greater number of individuals experiencing similar issues. Goodbye for the time being until we speak again.